Hey guys, it's Rudy coming at you live from Palm Beach in Florida. It is Friday. I'm going to be in Miami this weekend. And I thought before I hit the road, I will quickly make a video and show you some of the wacky and weird things that you thought I might not have read in your comments. But of course, I read all your comments and I respond to most of them. Anyway, by now, with Bitcoin getting close to $50,000 per unit or coin, if you wish, you probably think, man, I should have bought that. Well, wait until you see all these wonderful, weirdly, freakishly interesting stock picks that you shared with me over the last week. You just won't believe this kind of stuff. So here it comes. Enjoy. Well, guys, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do this every week because I'm not sure you're going to be able to find enough stock picks for me to cover. But man, this is awesome. And thank you so much for sharing. I think we got the greatest bunch of subscribers probably of any YouTube channel live on YouTube today. So this is Mr. Roxy presenting our channel subscribers incredible stock picks. Of course, I just mentioned a minute ago, Bitcoin, almost 50,000 bucks per coin or per unit. One thing I did want to make mention of, and I had a little conversation with Stockminer about this one, is the big carbon footprint, as Stockminer comments here as well in this particular screenshot that I took. If you're investing in Bitcoin because you're upset about government interference and fiat money and all that kind of stuff, one of the reasons why you should be investing in Bitcoin perhaps is as an alternative payment system, but definitely not because it's green, because it's the opposite of green. But before I get into your stock picks, let's first take a quick look at Occidental Petroleum. In my previous video, I did ask the question, where is Oxy going next? $15 or $35? It's currently at about $25. Of course, we see a little bit of a pullback. After every huge spike, we always see a bit of a pullback. And next week is going to be a fascinating week. The fact of the matter is, this little circle that I made in the middle of the screen shows you that just a couple of months ago, Oxy was trading at 12 bucks, and now it's trading at 24, which means if you bought it at 12 bucks, you're up 100%. Of course, you could have bought it at $8 or $9, and that's a different story. But I just wanted to show you that you don't have to invest $50,000 in Bitcoin in order to arrive at a $100,000 value in the future, which would be 100% upside. But let's take a look at your wacky, wonderful, weird, and interesting stock picks that you shared with me. So the first one was from Bulldogs. Now, Bulldogs and I have had some discussion before about a whole variety of different things, including one of my picks, energy fueled, for use, and of course ET, which is energy transfer, which I actually took a position in just a short while ago. Well, how about this one, URG? So Bulldog says a great review on Oxy. URG finally took flight, but take a look at how it took flight. So it's currently trading at $1.13 and it's up 100%. And by the way, all the slides I'm showing you is actually reflecting the past 6 months as a gain. And you'll see a consistent pattern here. I'm going to circle the equity on the top left, and I'm going to circle the meteoric rise on the bottom right of every single slide. How about Lee Steven? He says, Rudy, I know you don't buy penny stocks. Well, Lee, surprise, surprise, I actually do. But NSPR is unique. So I looked at NSPR. I'd never heard of it. And here I have Inspire MD Inc. trading at $1.31, which is up 200% in the last 6 months. And look at that incredibly crazy spike. I'm not sure because I haven't studied any of these, whether they are worth buying right now at these prices, but damn, you guys are good. Teradata. So Joe Huerta said, hey, Mr. Roxy, a friend of mine told me about TDC, and a week later it shot up. Do you know anything about the stock? Well, Joe, as I mentioned to you in our comment discussion, no, I do not. Teradata Corporation is up about 100% in the past 6 months. Another one with a crazy spike. How about this one? Mike Smith sent me a note, and Mike, he gave me a lot of work here, man. He says, you may want to check out UPF and TGS and GGAL and BMA and GTE. Well, Mike, that was just too many. I mean, that's like 5 in a row. I mean, you're just too good. So what I did was I just picked the last one, GTE, which is Grand Tierra Energy Inc. In the past 6 months, it is up 240%. You guys are crazy good. Gas log, what is this, Mika job? So maybe down more, and up next quarter is talking about Oxy, but what do you think about G log or G lop, GLOG or GLOP? Well, gas log is up to $4.60, which is up 34.9% in the past 6 months. Maybe not as good as the others, but very, very respectable. And perhaps would have done better if it hadn't been for this huge drop after it hit that big spike. How about America's Car Mart? Brendan Sherry said, "Hey, Rudy, I found something interesting you might be interested in. CRMT, it's a used car chain. Used car sales and financial services, 12 states, could be 48 in a few years. Good growth, profitable, 14 PE, has some debt, so it's not perfect." So, Brendan, as I said, I haven't looked at this one before, but thanks once again. This one over 6 months is up 36%, much like the previous one, trading at $135 per share, and has had a nice little uptick here over the past few months. In fact, you can see sort of for most of the past few months, it's just been on a steady sort of upward trajectory. Again, not as great as the previous ones that I started off with, but still pretty good. But wait, it gets better. Invesco, Jared said, Rudy, I like the videos. Thank you very much, Jared. I like the communication and discussion as well, and I appreciate these stock picks that you're sharing. I'd probably buy any dip in Oxy right now. But how about this one, IVZ Invesco? $22.59 was the price yesterday, and it's up 100% over the last 6 months. What a nice upward trajectory here as well. What a great pick, Jared. Congratulations. Now, just in case you think I don't have any of these, I actually do have some penny stocks, as I mentioned a few minutes ago. I own Paladin Energy, which is up about 139% in the past 6 months. Also a nice little spike, and of course, up and down and up and down. So some days I smile and some days I frown. Energy Fuels is another one that I have. Energy Fuels is up 222% over the past 6 months. Also a nice upward trajectory, and not as volatile as Paladin Energy, which is a uranium miner out of Australia. How about GoviEx? GoviEx is a uranium stock. It's currently trading at 35 cents, and it's up 146 over the last 6 months. Reasonably decent trajectory here, mostly up. Then I have another small little company you've never heard of called General Electric. I invested in this one when it was just a penny stock as well, or close to it anyway. And it's been on a nice little upward trajectory over the past few months, and over the last 6 months, it is up 71%. So who says elephants can't fly? But anyway, I just wanted to show you I have some little penny stocks that you've never heard of as well, including General Electric. I have to have a quick discussion here with Yidi Zhang. He's, of course, a regular on our channel, and I appreciate the comments that Yidi always provides. He did a little calculation here. He says Oxy's going to 35 as long as WTI stays above $55. And then he did a calculation, and he said Oxy could generate about $6 billion free cash flow this year. That is definitely possible. The only thing I wanted to highlight here, he says, Yidi says, assume the break even is 31. Well, in the last conference call, on the earnings call, Vicky said the break even is in the high 30s. So that's the only thing that is material, and perhaps a large delta in terms of your calculation, Yeti. But you know what? Regardless of that, $6 billion free cash flow is a possibility, with a dynamite driller generating more than 1 million barrels of oil equivalent per day, like Occidental Petroleum, with its stellar cast of wonderful assets. Anyway, next week, of course, post-market on February the 16th is the next earnings report, which will include the entire 2020 and Q4 of 2020. The analysts are estimating this is an average negative 58 cents on the EPS. I'm a little more positive than that. I'm at about negative 30, but most of these projections are pretty much meaningless until we see what it is that they actually report. Revenue estimates, approximately $4.5 billion. I'm okay with that. It sounds just about right to me. I got to end with this, and this one is especially for Captain Obvious. I was going to sing it for you, but I decided not to, because you don't want to listen to me singing. But this is what you came for, because you said at this point I started to sing, but there was no song. So this one, Captain Obvious, and maybe for Adi Shemla, is for you. Enjoy. But wait, I was so rude, I didn't even say goodbye yet. So tell me in the comments whether you are invested in any of these penny stocks, or any of these weird, wonderful, wacky stocks that our channel suggests in terms of stocks that you may want to pay attention to, or even subscribe to. And now, Captain Obvious, so that you don't feel like the kid who got the calculator instead of the bicycle, this one is for you. This is what you get.